Hey guys, welcome to Farming Simulator 19 on Oakfield with Seasons. So, for the most part, we've got all this field done and bales have been removed. So we're going to spend the first little bit in this thing, again, the sweatbox, the sweatshop, whatever you want to call it, because it feels like I've been in this thing a lot lately. We've got 7 hours on the thing now. Good grief. So, something that I probably wouldn't have noticed until way later, but I've seen this morning, and I can say this morning because it's still, well, this side of the midday, that, and yeah, before people go, oh, again, I'm going to talk about subs, but it's good. It's interesting. For me, at least. So, for the longest time, I forgot I had that on. For the longest time, I noticed in the dashboard of YouTube, my sub number was saying something massively drastic to what was actually being shown on my channel when I live streamed. Even on that, it was saying way higher on that stuff than it was in my box for, well, on the dashboard. There we go. Lose my train of thought. And I always suspected, like, YouTube have goofed up. Now, last night I went to set up the Euro Truck video that I had go live yesterday. And it wasn't saving stuff, it was just saying, oh, something's messed up with the processing. And I re-uploaded it, and it still did it. I went back and checked an old live stream, which I knew would be fine. And that had the same issue. So, at that point, it was a case of, okay, yeah, this video ain't going out on time, unfortunately, so we left it. And I just let it be. And then this morning I noticed the sub number. I have a tool called vidIQ. And that tool basically shows me my subs, views for the day, and all that stuff if I'm on YouTube at all. So I've seen the fluctuation happen a lot with that. But it was showing exactly the same number as the dashboard was saying, which I have not seen that happen in months. So it's almost like, okay, YouTube's caught back up with itself. For whatever reason, I strongly suspect it was showing the wrong sub numbers for all this time and giving out wrong data somehow. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see in the next 24 hours if it changes again. But I thought it was just extremely strange. Like, I'm now at, what, 48,800 and something? Where it was showing me at 48,900. So it's a significant drop. But at this point in time, I actually don't know how many subs I've got. I genuinely don't. Because on the dashboard, it was showing around that number for the longest time, and I thought, it's probably correct. Didn't think anything of it. And with all the subs disappearing, as you guys know, it's something that I've been talking about recently. There's been a lot disappearing, and I've been scratching my head going, what's going on? That number's never really changed. So what number's correct? Well, they both kind of line up now, so obviously something on YouTube's algorithms got their ducks in a row and whatnot. Could that be why my channel's been sort of very, very quiet of late? Maybe the algorithm's completely screwed and all of a sudden it's gone through, checked, and went, oh dear. I don't know. It's weird. It's not. This isn't me complaining. This isn't being negative. It's just me going, WTF? It's confusing. It's very confusing. Especially, it's been like that for the last 6-7 months. Wow, that's probably an exaggeration. At least the last 4. At least the last 4. It'd be weird. I say it'd be weird. It'd be interesting to find out if anyone else has had a similar issue, but I'm going to have to sort of content creators, basically, talk to on that one. Who knows? If it's synced up now, bonus. Absolute bonus. This bagel fork, I am absolutely in love with it. The thing's awesome. I didn't actually realise we got... Why have I got the diff locks on? Oh, that's from when I flipped over this thing. I didn't realise I got 7 hours on this thing now. Oh yeah, the new fact sheets. We have got them. So we'll have a video on that. I usually... Oh, shoot. I usually give hints on the fact sheets. And I will say this. For me, this week, for me personally, it's a case of, meh, I'm not particularly interested. Some of you, however, will go ape crap. You really will. And that's all I'll say. Some of you, most of you will like it. Me, however, not so much. And that's all I'll say, because this goes out before those fact sheets do. That being said, the video that they provide, so spoiler, there is video again, I think they're doing videos for all of them, which is awesome. For whatever reason, in VLC, their new codec, or the codec they're using to render it in, VLC does not like it. For me, Sim has no issues. I do, and it's... VLC just has an absolute fit with it. So I'm not sure what that's all about. Now, after stacking all of these, honestly, I don't think I will be doing Heston's again anytime soon. Unless we get an autoloader of some sort. Whether it's a proper, like, Heath Super Chaser or whatever, or something to stack these damn things. I am not running around a field. Again, I get spoiled with the autoloaders, but even the stock in game stuff, I'd rather have something like that than a articulated trailer that's going to run around and pick them up. If there was a way of even having them doubled up, would be amazing. That'd save so much time, which I thought about doing, running around the field, doubling them up, and then coming back to stack them like this, but alas, oh crap, never happened. How many more we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It would appear we have 5. I don't even need to keep these. I may take this lot back down to the yard and then get this taken to the yard and we'll pick through. We may save some. I don't know yet. I don't think I'll ever have pigs on the map. I say that now. I don't know, there is a pig food mixer out there that I've got on Lone Oak, although I've not played any farm sim actually away from recording right now. I've got that on Lone Oak, and to be fair, it's pretty good. You don't have to have root crop, which is nice. That's always welcome. And you may be wondering, why aren't you stacking them next to each other? Well, I've just realised I've only got 3 bales left. Technically, I got 4, including that frickin' thing, actually. So what I'm going to do is we'll stack these over the axle. Zzz, and get another stack in front of it. And then we'll shove some on the end, kind of to distribute the weight a little better on that trailer. And then that field, you can see all the rows in it. We plan on baling, but that's just going to be standard bales, so I can pick them up with that truck and go sell them easier. I'm not faffing around with a Heston again. As much as I enjoyed doing this, 3 streams plus this recording, every stream for a good probably 15-20 minutes at the beginning of it to stack them. I couldn't imagine doing this without this bale fork. I think I would have lost my damn mind. Even with the bale fork I had, that wasn't capable of it. I wasn't actually going to do any Hestons until I got told about this bale fork, so I guess it was a blessing and it wasn't, because if it wasn't for it I wouldn't have done them, so yeah, I don't know. Now I've got these stacked. Well, I guess I'll go run over, grab that single hay bale that was in the chamber, and that's where we'll call this field. We'll pull all the machinery out of the field there, so we can get in, culti plow it. I believe this field potentially has weeds, but then we'll come down, spray for weed anyway in this field, and then we'll go to the what was it, turkey tree. And back down the field we go. Whether you'd lift it that high to be able to see, I don't know. It's one thing I've always found is you've got a bale, and unless you do some weird crap, you really can't see where the hell you're going. Oh, that was a bad stack. Jeez. Every once in a while it sounds like there's a freaking Conrod about to cover the engine. Well, the tractor that I got that sounded really bad for that I found last night, actually, while streaming's the Fent. The 900 Fent really sounds like it's got a connecting rod about to fall through the block. It's horrific. Absolutely horrific. And I'm probably not even, as I said, drive this out of the well, I'll drive it out of the field, but that's as far as it'll get. I'll take it down to the yard during the stream. And the other thing with the Heston bales, that heads up, which people have probably already found out, they don't strap down. Matter of fact, they cause huge amount of stuff to pop up in your log, which got me wondering, well, how did it pass testing with that one? Maybe it's something that they just can't help and they let that through because of that, which would make sense. However, it's kind of, I don't know, questionable to me. Alright, we'll throw this down here. The reason I'm driving so far away is honestly the sounds of that pylon after a while just drive me up the wall. It's so incredibly loud for what it is. So what I'll do is I'll strap them down, but watch the log. Bam! Could not add shape. Hay bale, straw bale, new mesh, tension belt, due to GPU mesh flag. I'm kind of surprised I got let through. However, I don't think there is a way of fixing it. They do stay strapped down, in fairness, but it's not ideal. I presume it's more of a game limitation then, because the bale is not a default bale, right? But there again, it did work in FS50, 70, and 15, and 13. Actually, 13, I don't think you could strap down bales. Did you even have straps in 15? Now I say that. You may not have. Could be wrong on that one. Alright, shut that down. And get these out of the field. Now the baler of choice I wanted to throw up here. Actually, I wanted to use the Fent. I think what we're going to end up doing is quick traveling back aka using the TARDIS down to the main yard and get the Fent on the baler and start baling that load up. Get it on the class baler though. Switch off GPS. I think that's what I shall do, especially with it getting later on in the day in game. I'll be fast forwarding once it gets dark. Now those bales for the Hestons, I think Dave said he's running an experiment. He's leaving an outside round in the field to see if they'll even disappear. I'm thinking, from the way he was saying that, it sounds like people have had those bales not disappear. So they may not be as seasons compatible as we thought. As far as that goes, at the same time, it's also kind of like, hey, cheating, maybe a little, they're working. Alright, so just to confirm, we have 100% harvest all of our fields, which I'm pretty sure we have. Then I shall return the auger wagon, which I will probably end up picking up. Ready to harvest, so that's done, that's done, that's done. Over here, we've planted. So yeah, we are good to get rid of that thing. Garage, leased items, good night. Vienna, sadly. As I take a sip of coffee. I've been very tempted with these. You may be saying why. I don't know, I want to torture myself, I guess. I don't do enough root crop stuff. I really don't. And we do have some nice root crop harvesters that I really would like to play with. So that's where I'm at. The potatoes, they can go, well, a GTFO. Oh, farm only disabled. I like the fact you can do that now. That's kind of cool. But yeah, the potatoes, not so much. Potatoes are very prominent in the UK. I just wish, yeah, the harvesters were better, I guess. Different harvesters. No. Okay, so we'll tarnish that. I know some people do not like when I possibly do that. Oh no, it does save time. I don't think a lot of people know about TARDIS teleport, actually. I don't think it's not been released officially, if you like, upon Steam Cheese, up on the workshop. Workshop? God, I've got Steam Workshop on the brain. The mod hub. There we go. I literally just plowed this field. How the frig do we have weeds? And problem solved. Jeez. Yeah, see, this is what I mean though. You see the darker side of the soil here. This will take herbicide. The light side will not. So you can see the box that it will when I go up and spray. Where's the part that I go across? Just there. This spot should have just been no hedge if you ask me though. I don't care for cutting through hedges a lot, but that thing, as I keep on saying, it's just so small, why not? Alright, getting started. Oh my god, it's still so loud though. I don't know why Oxy's got that so loud. Field 31, and I believe I've probably got a course for this. I don't. Well, lucky there. It's this field's lucky day. It's getting a course. Oh, why do I always do that? Around for that. Start work on up down rows. Chin right. First waypoint, drive course. Calculating, calculating, go. I'll fire this beast up. This is an absolute animal now. God, the lighting at this time of day is freaking phenomenal. You know what? I think I know what you guys want. And you guys would want to hear this thing. Bailing. Would I be wrong? Get an arrow pointing to the exhaust of this thing. Loud. Straight pipe. New sound. For all of the clickbait value. So we'll TARDIS teleport this down. I was going to use the Fent, but... yeah. No, wrong field. GG. I think I know what the masses would want. Now, just to crack on, we are going to go down and just TARDIS teleport back down there. Oh, look at the little mini. Unfolded yet? There we go. Oh, come on, you had barely any hay in there. Oh, is this actually even going to be capable of it? Yeah, maybe not actually. Still gonna use it for the thumbnail though. Screw it. $78.10, and this series of tractor, 75, the 60, or the 7 series, the, well, I guess the 20 series. Oh, no. These basically where they look like this, and the 75-30, the 70-10-30. 78, 10, 30. Jeez. 78, 10. Probably some of the most photogenic tractors I know. It just really is. And if a tractor can be photogenic, I don't know, but it just looks right to me. It really does. I put the hub back on. Unfortunately, yeah, it's all grunt, no poke. Oh, the turbo whistle then. Oh. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of disappointed. I was hoping this thing would be able to cope with no issue. Oh, if only we knew how to tweak the XMLs, eh? I don't know about you guys, but I think that right there is the stream thumbnail too. Double whammy. Alright. Yeah, that noise there, the clattering. It sounds like there's a rod about to come through the engine. Like Rodney. It's not the same, is it? Not the same from that beast. Not at all. These are thick rows too, so I don't know if actually that makes a difference. Oh, beautiful! Let's now kick that over to straw. Oh no, it's pushed out the hay though. Yeah, regardless, we're selling them all. Wow, I'm surprised it's bogging this thing down actually. This thing's 300 and something horse. Interesting. No wonder that little thing wasn't coping okay. Get it all lit up. Yeah, it's going okay now. Yeah, the hill. Maybe the it would have been okay away from the hills. I think I missed some there too. Make sure all doors and windows are shut. It's the downside of having them all on hydraulic controls now. I'm not worried about getting every single tiny little speck of straw off the ground. I'm really not. More the merrier, I guess, because well, we're selling it. Be nice to get the official class baler in once that pack comes out. I'm not saying this one's bad, but you know, if you're going with a Giants model, typically stuff's going to be well optimized. It's not going to be hard on a system, so on and so forth. That's why, for the most point, I'm very careful of what I download. Yeah, there's some exceptions where I can easily say, yeah, they're probably not the most optimized. Honestly, the John Deere The two John Deeres, my two favourite John Deeres actually, that I use quite often. They're probably not the best optimised, but still use them. So we'll complete this headland, and that's probably where we'll call it. That's actually, if I can quick. $334 horse. And it's pulling us back. Effectively, like, pulling the power back. Or the speed back, which... kind of surprised. And this baler... if I can find it again quickly. 180 horse. Which is way more than the John Deere, so I'm not surprised there. But that still gives... if that's correct, which it probably isn't, as far as that what that says. It's definitely surprising. And what we could do. Let's go. Please tell me I got that. The attributes, physics. My debug dyno, or the bike, my dyno. So it's pulling right now. Oh, very much fluctuation. Now I don't know what the kilowatt conversion is. I hate kilowatt. It doesn't make sense to me as far as a engine power. But it's anywhere from, well, right there, 200 odd. Even though we're going downhill, so the load should be less. Chief of Cultivation. Oh yeah. I'm still getting achievements like a year later. Even though I'm not doing it. You watch it get copyright on that freaking tune now. You know, the load on the PTO is going higher. Well, I guess we're going faster, so it would. You know, that kind of makes a lot of sense. So it's drawing 50 there. So 353 horsepower this thing actually has. We'll jump out of this. I'm curious what this actually has now. God, that does look so good. Uh, 164 is what this has. And it should only... Geez, that's actually around a similar number to the 7810 stock. It shouldn't have that much, it's almost the same spot. Garage. $165 is what it's supposed to have, but people tend to not spend the time to dial in the XMLs, it seems. Like, what it says in the shop doesn't actually mean that's how much power it has in-game. I was actually going to end it here too. The what it says in the stores and the shop before you buy it, that's a completely separate line of XML to what the tractor physically makes horsepower wise. And some people just plain and simple don't know that. I think you can change the horsepower by changing that. I used to back in the day, back in like FS13. Change that and oh, I've upped the horsepower. No, you've just upped the amount it says. To change that you need to adjust the torque, which I don't know if there's a way of calculating 1.24 is going to be X amount of horsepower as far as torque goes as the game. I don't know if there's a calculator anywhere for that. What I end up doing is back and forth in game, getting it to a rough ballpark, which with how off some of the power is on a lot of machines Probably a lot of people do. But I will call it quits for today here. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Sorry I couldn't use the John Deere. That thing would have sounded amazing on this, but, well, that thing's actually taking a lot of power. So until next time, hopefully you guys have enjoyed. We'll be back, Monday, for another video. I don't know if there'll be one tomorrow. I'm really not 100%. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I'm kind of in the mood to record, so we'll probably do something. And it's still somewhat early. So, until next time, catch you guys later. See ya.